Hey everybody. So you're gonna have to forgive me. I don't have much of a voice right now because I've got the flu. But this is my 2 weeks worth of comics, and this is the haul for this week. And the first one I picked up, since I am such a fan of the Alien series. You can forget about the last two movies, but I really like it. So I picked up Alien Defiance, number 7. It's a pretty good series. And then I picked up number 3 in Cannibal by Image Comics. This one is actually really picking up, so I'm really starting to get into that storyline. Clean Room number 14, which is by DC Vertigo. It's kind of a psychological horror. And then, of course, I had to get Deadpool. And then I picked up also the spin-off Deadpool Back in Black number 4. And then apparently there's a crossover one of Doctor Strange and the Punisher, and I just had to check that one out. This one, Eclipse number 4, this is really an interesting one, and I was talking to the owner of the comic shop, and he says he has not been able to keep the first 3 issues in stock, and I don't blame him. This is a really good, end of the world dystopian future style comic. It's called Eclipse. And then we have Green Valley number 3, which is kind of one of those Dungeons and Dragons. And then of course I had to get Gwenpool because it's like the female merc with a mouth. It's really funny in parts. And this one, The Killer Inside of Me, which kind of takes place during hello kitty which takes place during the Depression, that era. It's really interesting. It's kind of a cop gone bad. And then I've got number 3 here of Lost Boys. I haven't read the second one. This one is supposed to take place after the movie, so I don't know. And then, of course, I had to pick up Moon Knight number 9 because that is such a good series. It's very psychological there. And then I enjoyed the first Motor Girl by Terry Moore, and I was so excited to get my hands on the second one. I mean, it is really, really shaping up to be a good series. Plus, his artwork is really shining through in this one. He does draw and write both this book. And by the creators of 30 Days of Night, I picked up the October Faction, which is actually, people look at it, bypass it a lot because of the artwork, but it's actually a really good series. It's almost like Supernatural, but it's the whole family. You know, like, I've got Red Thorn, which is actually coming to an end soon. Within the next, it's either this one or the next issue that's going to be the last one. It's Scottish mythology brought to life in the modern era. And this one was recommended to me, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I don't really know what it's about. I'm going to have to check this one out. I'm going to have to read it and come back. So, and then of course I had to get Spider-Man number 10. And then I've got The Strain number 4, Master Quinlan, Vampire Hunter. And then I've got Unfollow number 14. This is a really interesting series if you have a chance to check it out. It's a billionaire is dying, so he's chosen like several random people using social media to split his wealth evenly. But as you see, as they die, it ends up being split. Their share ends up being split between the survivors. So this is really shaping up to be this is a really, really interesting series. We're 14 issues into it, but it has the potential for being a long-running series. So that is everything for this week, or these 2 weeks. Remember, this is 2 weeks worth of comics of new issues that I picked up this time around. I got to get caught up on my comics. I haven't had a lot of chance to read, and being sick, I think the only thing I'm going to do is sit around and read comics and pet the Furbies that keep getting in my way. Alright guys, well, I will talk to you later, and thank you for giving me your time. Have yourself a great day, and please stay healthy.